I'm strong. I'm black.
I am proud.
I'm gender fluid.
I am an activist.
I matter.
I'm your friend.
I am fierce. I'm fearless.
I'm creative.
And I'm fabulous.
I am queer.
I'm your neighbor.
I'm a non-binary person.
I'm a voter.
I am a leader.
I'm a fashionista.
I am gay.
I will not be erased.
I am gay.
I will not be erased.
I am Unity Coalition. Visit us at unitycoalition.org.
One woman is using her sewing skills and some fabric near and dear to her heart to help others during the coronavirus pandemic. She's using leftover scraps from the iconic AIDS memorial quilt to make masks.
Chief Quilt Coordinator for the San Francisco AIDS Foundation, Gert McMullen, tells people in this week's issue that she feels the echoes of the AIDS crisis in the coronavirus pandemic. She says, this just all feels too similar, but now you can't even hug people. Take a look.
It's deja vu, a lot of it, you know, I mean, and even worse, not worse, but worse in a different way, is that we're trapped at home. You can't, you know, love people. I mean, not love them, but you can't hold them. You can't be near them. And it's my personal hell on earth.
Yeah, it was in March that McMullen, who lost several friends to AIDS, began to have symptoms of PTSD, but she knew what she had to do, and that was return to her sewing machine.
I started trying to figure out what I could do that could help me the way the quilt had helped me get through. And I can't touch people in all night. How can I not go down to the hospitals? I used to go to the hospitals in the early 80s and people I didn't even know, and I'd just go down to comfort them. So I decided to start sewing masks, face masks that nurses wear and we'll all be wearing probably soon, if not now. And I decided it was a way that I could help my community and help people, whether I knew them or not, and do whatever I could, because I can sew.
She says she's going to be dropping the masks off to communities that really need them. She also encourages others to help create masks for their communities as well. And she says, at least there is something I can do, adding, quote, you'll never know what you'll get out of it until you start doing it. People need them.
In the 1980s, McMullen joined activist Cleve Jones to create a quilt to honor AIDS victims who were not eulogized because of the stigma that surrounded the disease. They turned that quilt into a memorial. Since then, the quilt has continued to grow, and it now includes 48,000 panels and 100,000 names. The National AIDS Memorial became the custodian of the quilt last year and is helping bring it home to the Bay Area after a 20-year stay in Atlanta. Its triumphant homecoming was set for April 3rd in Golden Gate Park until the coronavirus pandemic put a hold on that ceremony.
McMullen, who had moved to Atlanta to care for the quilt, will travel with it. And she says, I never wanted to leave my friends behind. I mean, this is such an amazing story. She's been through so much and is really continuing to help.
Hello and good evening, Facebook, YouTube. Welcome to our World AIDS Day program sponsored by Unity Coalition TV. Tonight we're going to go over what World AIDS Day is. We're going to also talk about what plans we've made. And we have our LJ LAMAR McMULLEN from Empower You Community Center joining us tonight.
Hello, hello, hello.
How are you, sir?
Hey, John, how art thou?
I am doing great. Always good.
Absolutely, absolutely. So what's going on?
Nothing much. So in addition to having Lamar on with us, we're going to discuss what World AIDS Day is, which it's every December 1st. Particularly this World AIDS Day, we have on Tuesday, December 1st, through the actual AIDS Memorial.org, they are having a live virtual forum from 1 to 3 p.m. And that's going to basically go over a national conversation spotlighting the AIDS and COVID-19 during the pandemics. And that's with Dr. Anthony Fauci, Dr. David Ho, and that is completely free. And then we have the 2020 World AIDS Day Virtual Memorial Quilt Program. Unity Coalition is a part of that. We are proud to sponsor the South Florida version, which is a piece of the actual quilt because it's so big that they can't display it all completely now. So virtually, also safely, you can go on to www.aidsmemorial.org/virtual quilt, and you can view the quilts. And then the most exciting part of our evening will be with our community partner, Empower You. We'll be participating in your virtual remembrance event.
Yes.
So that will be an online visual and celebration from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. With our Mayor Francis Suarez, Mrs. Wyatt, CEO of Empower You Community Health Center, our City of North Miami Commissioner, oh my gosh,
Scott Galvin.
Mr. Scott Galvin, sorry.
Yes. No problem.
Sharon Jones, our newly elected Florida State Senator, and Shannon, what's her last name?
I don't even want to pronounce it, but I think it's Ecuador. Don't beat me up if I like literally mispronounced it. Do not beat me up, please.
She's joining us as well from the city of Miami.
Absolutely.
So we have a jam-packed day that day.
We got a lot going on, and I'm super excited about it. John, really quick, before you go any further, for those that do not know what the World AIDS Day quilt is, can you please explain to our viewers what it is?
So, of course, the World AIDS Day started initially to commemorate all the lives that have been lost through HIV and AIDS. And as people have passed on, their names are added to that quilt, which the last time I saw pieces of it was way back. I think this was like a couple years ago when it was actually in Fort Lauderdale.
That's interesting. I think the last time I've seen it was maybe 2 years ago when we was in Panama City. When we was in Panama for one of the conventions, the conferences. I'm talking about conventions. For one of the conferences, I believe that's actually maybe the second or the third time I've actually witnessed it and touched it and like was all emotional and stuff behind it. So yeah,
it's pretty surreal, like seeing it and then reading the names. That's very significant.
Absolutely.
But yes. In total, that is what the World AIDS Quilt is, and it travels globally. But now, because of the times that we're in, it's virtual.
Wow, like that is phenomenal. Just looking at it, like so emotional, so emotional. Yeah. Thank you.
And Mr. Lamar, you are our hometown hero. Thriving, living, being the awesome person that you are.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit more about your story and your background.
Okay, so first and foremost, I definitely want to say hello and welcome to our viewers to this wonderful platform that we are doing. I definitely want to take the time out to thank Unity Coalition for inviting me on their platform to actually share my story and tell them what I'm up to right now, because John did say that I am thriving, and that's so I am. First and foremost, my name is LAMAR McMULLEN, aka LJ, and I work at Empower You Community Health Center located at 7900 Northwest 27th Avenue, right in the Northside Shopping Plaza. And who I am today, I am a recovering addict. I'm also a person living with HIV. I am a Black, brown person, and I'm happy to be all of that encompassed into one. I am who I am today, and I love me for that. I am not only those things, but I am also your Florida griot. And a griot is an African storyteller. Maybe last year, a group of 4 guys and also myself, 5 people in total, we actually created this docufilm called Outrun the Sky. And what Outrun the Sky did, it trailed the lives of all of us and how we actually dealt with our coming out, our HIV statuses, our diagnosis, regardless if it was suicide, regardless if it was depression, regardless if it was anxiety, like in all of that other things that comes with finding out that you now have a new diagnosis. You know what I mean? I am also one of the, let me just back up really quick, because I forgot to tell this important part, right? I forgot to tell this important part. But being in that docufilm, I am your Florida griot, which, like I said, is an African storyteller. And we come from the high 5 prevalent areas in the southern states. Miami being number 1, Atlanta number 2. We have New Orleans, we have Baton Rouge, and then we have Jackson, Mississippi. So those are your 5 most high infected or more prevalent areas as it relates to HIV in the southern states. And I'm greatly appreciated that I was nominated to actually represent Florida as a whole because of my background and who I am today. I also sit on the board of directors for Positive People's Network, also Unity Coalition. I am the chairperson of the events and activities planning committee at Empower You Community Health Center, and none the least, I am the empowerment coordinator, where I host groups with the MSM community, talking about their ups, their downs, or even having conversations that you wouldn't necessarily have with your mom, your dad, your good girlfriend, your good Judy, your best friend, or any cousins. And those topics may just range from STD, HIV, like safe sex practices, how to properly use a condom, right. Like, and definitely getting tested, because we do know in our community, it's something that is not talked about. I'm watching your live and I'm watching my own live as well, because I'm doing like the watch party. Like, I have people laughing at me. Don't laugh at me. I'm just telling my story, and I love me today. So thank you.
And you know what? These are conversations that we have to continue to have, because, you know, in spite of us being here on this live, having these conversations and putting it out there, why is it that we're still having the high HIV infection rates?
To tell you the truth, you know, I just got into this field 4 years ago as of November the 1st, 2020. So I've been here for 4 years now, and actually getting adapted to the community and also what it looks like, what it stands for, why we act the way that we act, why we do the things that we do. And just being in this arena, what I've noticed is that we're scared of the lashback. We're scared of the feedback. Like, and it's not only HIV or STDs, whatever the case is, we're just afraid to get tested completely. And it's not only because of the stigma. Like, and it's not only the LGBT community, but it's also with the cisgenders, the heterosexuals, like it's all of us encompassed. Something about the stigma tears us away from what's being presented. Absolutely. It keeps us from actually going to the door and say, hey, like, I need to be tested. Like, I need to figure out, sorry about that. I need to figure out what's going on with myself. How am I going to do this? Like, it literally takes away. It literally takes away. And with that, like that's why I stand for what I do stand for. You know, I was just awarded of the 4th annual HIV Advocate of the Year. That means people are actually, thank you. That means people are actually seeing me, like, and they're seeing my work, like, and I don't just come here to play. Like, I come here to get the work done, like, and it's not about the check. Like, it's not about my employer. Like, it's not about none of that stuff. It's literally about, like, how are you getting to what your goals are? Right. Like that 30, 60, and 90. Right. So
that's a very, very, very important point. I mean, there's also so many resources that, you know, if people need, it's very confidential. Nobody would know. It would be basically you and who you disclose your trust to, but you can safely, efficiently, effectively get tested on the regular. You can go straight to Empower You Community Health Center.
Absolutely.
go online to unitycoalition.org. We have a resource center that has many other organizations, including our own, that can link you to the right people confidently, quietly, and we're here to help. We're here to offer those services free of charge.
Listen, speaking about free of charge, like I always got to put a little plug in, right? So Empower You has a no-cost wellness visit that will be happening all the way until December the 31st. That means you can get a wellness visit at no cost. So that means like it should be no reason why you're coming or not even coming to the door or even calling us at 786-318-2337 asking for an appointment. Like get in there, get it done, regardless if you have insurance or not. Like Empower You works with you on a sliding scale. So make sure you get it done. Make sure you get it done.
What is that?
I don't know what else to preach.
What does that wellness include?
So the wellness includes everything that you need to get tested for. Like that's the free wellness visit between you and a PCP. That includes like just a regular checkup, a visit. And I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, once you do your first two checkups or whatever the case may be, something comes up. Like, and I believe you know what I'm talking about, right? Something comes up in that third visit. So you don't want to miss it. Like I'm telling you guys, you don't want to miss it. Empower You is literally up to some amazing things. We're taking off. Like we're literally taking off, and you really don't want to miss it, you guys.
So in addition to our World AIDS Day event, we're doing something to come together, partner with you guys to help out toys for tots, for kids, for the holidays.
Yes.
That is the Holiday Toy Drive, which is benefiting Empower You Community Health Center. And it's a toy and food giveaway on December the 12th.
Yes.
So tell us about that.
Okay, so the previous flyer that was up just a minute ago, I believe, was actually there you go, the holiday food and toy distribution. Thank you so much for that. So we will be doing that between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. once again, December the 12th. And like it's literally to give back, because once again, Empower You, it's to empower the community. Like we're giving back. Like we don't take from people, we're literally giving back. So what we decided to do was to actually partner up with our community partners. That's Unity Coalition, that's the Bethany House, that's Care Resource, that's Pride Lines, you know what I mean? That's the Miami-Dade Connection, and so much more others. We decided to pair it with our community partners and actually give back to the community. And the food drive, the food distribution and the toy distribution will go to those that actually first come, first serve. The toys will be given to the kids only for the toys. Ain't no grown-ups playing with no toys. But the kids, absolutely. And so once again, this flyer, as you notice, our drop-off locations is Empower You Community Health Center. Once again, that's 7900 Northwest 27th Avenue. Also, you have Herb. Can you put that up one more time for me? Also, thank you. You have Empowering Minds at 391 Opelika Boulevard. That is in Opelika, Florida. And you also have Reality Community Health Center, which is also in the flea market, but their suite number is B2. And our suite number is E12. So those are your drop-off locations, and the toy drive will be happening until December the 9th. From now until December the 9th. So you do not want to miss it. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. Don't count us out.
All right. There you have it. Toys Holiday Toy Drive, sponsored by Empower You Community Health Center. Turkey food. What's there that I don't want to be there?
Have your face in the place.
So we've got also your AIDS Advocate of the Year. You will be honored at the
2020 Community Champion and Unity Award honoree ceremony, which will be December the 5th. And that was something that I was mentioning earlier, that somebody actually sees me. For those that have heard my story, like in John, you watched the film several times, and some of our viewers have watched the film as well. my story is very tremendous to me, right? And knowing from where I came from, like I've always just wanted, like, and this is my truth, like, and I talk about it freely all the time. I've always wanted to be accepted, regardless if I was doing something or not doing something. I just wanted to be noticed. And like people are starting to really recognize me, you know what I mean? So I'm grateful that this opportunity has literally started to flourish and it's starting to open, that really get to see me. Like people see me for who I am. Because once again, I am a person living with HIV. I am a recovering addict, like, and I am your griot. So I am all that it is to be. Like I'm there.
What's your best advice to give to somebody that's out there struggling with addiction, and you know they feel like they don't necessarily have where to turn?
First and foremost is to give yourself a break, right? Like, and I'm always told this, is it's okay to put the bat down and pick up a feather. It's okay to put the bat down and literally pick up a feather. Give yourself a break. It works. It works. And sometimes for me, I literally just wanted somebody to talk to. Like I needed somebody to actually listen to me. Like, and I wasn't like really afraid to run from my problems and my issues. Because to honestly tell you the truth, like that's exactly why I did what I did in my addiction. You know what I mean? Like I ran from my problems. I did what I needed to do to make me survive. That was my only thing that it was. I needed to find ways and means to get more. So what I would tell someone that is struggling with addiction is to give yourself a break. It is okay to sometimes feel inadequate, to sometimes not feel loved, or whatever it is that we may just be experiencing. It is okay. And I'm here to tell you, like, you can put that back down and you can pick up that feather. And if you don't know how to love you, trust me, I will love you until you learn how to love yourself. Narcotics Anonymous will love on you until you learn how to love yourself. And I'm not pushing that on anybody, to each is his own, but that's how I found my way to where I am right now, where I'm grateful for the little things. I'm grateful for my time. Like I was just talking about it today. Like I literally have 7 years. I'll have 8 years clean February the 23rd. So like I'm right around the corner, and it seems like it's just yesterday. And I only did it one day at a time. I
think that's important as well. We all have to realize to slow down and take life one day at a time.
Absolutely.
Like, no problem is ever going to disappear overnight, or within a matter of hours. But ultimately, if you're mentally ready to beat anything, you can do it. You just got to believe in yourself and know that the only person stopping you, or the only thing stopping you, would be you.
That man in the mirror. Like, cause it took me a long time to actually get that, cause I used to beat myself up so much, cause I had so much limiting belief conversations within myself. But it literally took me one day at a time. Like we don't get it by osmosis. We have to work it.
And you gotta work.
Yeah, you have to work it.
Nothing great comes from putting in the work. If you don't put in the work, don't expect to get great results.
Absolutely. There's this one piece of the literature, like in like I'm gonna say it because it's my favorite part in recovery, right? It says we do recover. Like, and it says, when at the end of the road we find that we can no longer function as human beings, either with or without drugs, we've all faced the same dilemma. What is there left to do? There seems to be this alternative: either go on as best as we can to the bitter ends, jails, institutions, or death, or finding a way to live. And years gone by, very few addicts ever had this last choice, and those who are addicted today are more fortunate. For the first time in man's entire history, a simple way has been proving itself in the lives of many addicts. It is, let me say that again, it is available to us all. It's a simple, spiritual, not religious program known as Narcotics Anonymous. So once again, I don't say that to boast about it or anything else like that or put it out there. But that's one of my favorite readings. And I have to remind myself, even though I may have my flaws sometimes, like at the end of the day, we do recover. I recover. Right. At the end of the day, if or even in the moment where I feel like I'm not at my best, I can get off that wheel and I can redesign my moment. I can get off of it at any time and say, okay, like this is not working or whatever the case may be. Let's try something else.
Yeah. So bringing up our next topic, HIV, AIDS awareness in times of COVID. What does that look like?
HIV and AIDS in times of COVID. What I would say, what that may look like is you have to stay protected at all times. Because you never know if you're asymptomatic or whatever the case may be. You know, by me being I'm a person living with HIV, like I literally have to care for myself first. So I'm gonna make sure that I'm always sanitizing everything, like wiping down everything, always masked up and ready. Like you gotta go to war, like you gotta be ready. When you go to war, what you gotta do? You gotta be ready. You gotta stay ready.
You stay ready so you don't gotta get ready. What?
Full armor. Just wear it.
Put your mask
Unity
up.
in diversity. Just wear it. You know, and like for me, HIV and AIDS in times of COVID, like you have to stay protected. You have to, because by our immune systems being not necessarily weak or compromised or whatever the case may be, we're still basically at the forefront. Mm-hmm. So, like, if people don't die because they have HIV or AIDS, like we die because of everything else. We have a heart attack, we got high blood pressure, like diabetes and all that stuff. You know what I mean? It's not our diagnosis that kills us.
Of course.
So you have to stay active, get involved.
And
just wrap it up.
Exactly. If you must insist on participating in whatever activities you decide to get into, be smart. Use a condom, wrap it up. If you don't want to wear a condom, have the other person wear a condom. They have condoms that go inside. So there's multiple options that you have. If you insist on participating in that type of behavior, we're all adults. So you're taking a risk and you're putting yourself in a dangerous position. So be smart. Use your brain. Don't go based off of a feeling and risk your life over a couple minutes or a few minutes of pleasure. For many resources, if you need them, we have them. Log on to unitycoalition.org, and we have a full listing of community resources where you're able to get those items if you don't necessarily have the money to purchase them. Completely free of cost. Available to the public, available for you at any given time.
Absolutely. Like, and not only that, like Unity Coalition got that, Empower You got that. Like, we are everywhere. A one-stop shop. It's everywhere. You don't have to pay for it. Listen, I remember like telling people, like, why are you paying for condoms? Just come to your local clinic and get them for free.
But you know what it is? Once again, it's the stigmatism. Oh, I'm walking in here. Oh, people are going to look at me. They're going to think, so would you rather be alive and well versus being remembered and observed? You make the choice. It's up to you.
Get it together. It's up to you. You got to get it together.
So, in addition to that, what else do you guys have coming up at Empower You?
Woo! We do have a slew of things. We've already talked about one major one, which is our toy drive and food distribution. And that's happening December the 12th. We have November the 30th, where we are partnering up with the Florida Department of Health, doing a World AIDS Day caravan. And we will actually be somebody playing some good old music. John, that's you. You trying to get me up to dance? Is that you, brother?
No.
but no. So on November the 30th, we will be partnering up with the Florida Department of Health, actually doing some canvassing. Like we will be canvassing and caravanning is the proper word that I should say. And it's simply that we will be going from Olinda Park back to Olinda Park, starting at Olinda Park and ending back at Olinda Park. So once again, that's November the 30th. And then on December the 1st, we have our World AIDS Day event that will be happening this year. It will be virtually. So it's our first virtual event, but it's our second year for our Celebrate Life campaign. And I started to wear that shirt, but we wanted to be synced today and wear red. So I said I wasn't going to do that. But yes, December the 1st, we will be doing a World AIDS Day Celebrate Life campaign virtually this year. And it will be from 6 to 8. And once again, our partners have teamed up with us to make sure that this goes off as a hit this year. So please make sure you guys join us. There will be more information on Eventbrite to actually have you guys register for the event so we can get a head count. You don't want to miss it. We have some amazing people. We have Chevron Jones. We have Mayor Suarez. We have Miss Wyatt, which is the CEO of Empower You Community Health Center. We also have Miss Shannon from from Miami Gardens. And hey, we have Scott Galvin, the wonderful Scott Galvin. Gotta love him. You know what I mean? So definitely make sure you guys come out. If you want more information, you can definitely follow us on Facebook at Empower You Community Health Center, or you can visit us on our website, euchc.org. Once again, that's www.euchc.org, or just call us because I know they know all the information because I give it to them daily. 786-318-2337, 786-318-2337.
So before we do call our show an end tonight, I do want to definitely give a big thank you to our sponsors, which include Gilead, Southern AIDS Coalition,
all right,
Magazine, our community partner Empower You, Unity Coalition, as well as YouTube and Facebook. Thank you all so much for joining us. Lamar, thank you for being on the show with me tonight.
Absolutely.
We'll see you hopefully soon with my mask on.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Don't try it. Don't you try it.
Make sure everyone joins us on December the 1st to commemorate World AIDS Day. Thank you all again. And signing off for Unity Coalition TV, I'm your host, John Buckley. Have a great night and a very happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, you guys. Love you. Mwah.